Okay, let's roll.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the week for Heartland Havoc. I am your host, Caleb Long. Along with me is my co-host, who did some research in between the basketball podcast, and the wrestling podcast, just to make sure we got all the information correct, so we're not giving you incorrect information. It is Chris Long and I here to talk about the wrestling sectionals.
Here we go.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get through this because there's a lot of weights. We're gonna go through each weight. Start off with the central sectional,
Mm-hmm.
move on to the north, and then end in the south, going up then down, and then I think we'll just cover the top four finishers, the
Yep.
players that qualified for districts.
Yep. Let's cover
So
the top four.
each section had four players advance to districts, and then in districts to move on to regions, we take 7.
It's amazing.
We just found which we
Confirmed.
figured out. We confirmed that because the Northeast region is District 4 and District 2, so it's just two districts.
Northeast PA.
That region, Northeast PA.
And the top 4 seeds in each weight in the districts here get a bye in the first round. So
Yes,
they're marked out.
so yeah, whenever we go through that, we will make note of that. But starting in 107 in the central section, getting the number 1 seed in the district tournament for 107, it is Brandon Eisenhower from Montoursville.
Sophomore with a 40-3 record going into the tournament.
Yeah.
2-0 at the sectional, at the
Mhm.
central sectional.
Yeah. So number 1 seed, congratulations to him. And then that's the only top 4 seed from the central section. Joining him are going to be Corbin Cole from Benton, freshman, so making the districts. Congratulations to him. 29-7 on the season. And then Gannon Swank from Muncie, also a freshman, qualifying for districts at 22-6. And then Garrett Backhorn from South Williamsport getting that final spot from the central section. Now, those matchups were at Hughesville. And then the north section, that was at Wellsboro. That's sort of your northern tier.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically your northern tier.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of your,
It's basically northern tier.
yeah. And Sullivan County is not northern tier. Sullivan County is mid Penn. But
right.
We do have two top 4 seeds in this from the northern section at 107. We're gonna flip flop. Actually,
Okay.
we're gonna flip flop.
107 northern section is Odie Nickerson. He'll be the 2 seed out of North Penn Liberty, a sophomore with a 22-7 record. Taking second place was Levi Vermilia out of Canton. He is a junior. He will get the 4 seed and get the last bye at districts. Then taking third was Logan Wood from Wyalusing, a sophomore, and sophomore Garrett Parks from Troy took 4th place, advancing to districts.
All right. Moving on to 107 in the South region. And Dad, when you did your research, can you confirm that there was only 4 kids?
Yes, there's only 4 wrestlers.
Only 4 wrestlers in the South section of this tournament. So that means everyone sort of automatically qualified. It was just to figure out who was going to be first. It is Colin Roman from Mifflinburg. He gets that 3rd seed in the district tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Freshman, 22-3 on the season. Kale Major took 2nd in that in the sectional out of Warrior Run. Freshman at 18-12. Colton Lyons from Lewisburg, 12-6 on the year, freshman, and then the last spot going to Ashton Hughes from Shamokin, a sophomore, who is 12-13. So all those guys make it to to the districts by default. But that still is huge when it comes to playoff experience, though.
Right, and District 4, nothing to shake a stick at.
No, exactly.
So now we'll look at the central section at Hughesville at 114. Winning that section was Gabe Oberheim, from a freshman from Montgomery, with a 42-5 record. He will be the second seed at districts.
I'm a little shocked that he's not the first seed.
Yeah.
I'm a little shocked.
Yep. Ratings. Uh, and the second must be the brother of the guy of the restaurant at 107 is Caleb Coulee from Benton, also a freshman. Must be twins.
Well, for sure.
So he's at 114, taking second. Third is Miles Ransom Renix out of Loyalsock, also a freshman. And taking fourth in the central section at Hughesville was Colt Carmine from Central Columbia, another freshman. So freshmen swept the 114 pounds at Central in the central section.
All right. In the north section, Dad, can you also confirm that there was only
Yes.
14
Yes.
4 wrestlers
Yes.
at 114 in the north section? But they do have two players getting buys, two wrestlers getting buys. That's Xander Wilson from Williamson, sophomore, going 30-4 on the season, and then Isaiah Harvey from Wyalusing, the senior, 27-5 on the season. Joining them by default is Mason Alexander from Northeast Bradford, senior, going 26-3, and then Luka Zalewski, Zelich. I don't know where. I don't know where I'm getting Zalewski from. Sullivan County freshman, 14-7.
You saw the Z and the Z and must want to think of Haluski.
Yeah, Haluski. I was thinking. I'm still thinking of that Haluski I had at Shamokin months ago.
From the yes.
Months ago.
Okay, 114 pounder taking first in the south section that took place at Mifflinburg is Rowan Humphrey from Southern Columbia. He's a senior with a 33-4 record. He will be the one seed at districts. Taking second place, Mason Kerstetter out of Midwest, a junior. Third place, Xavier Carr from Shamokin, a senior. And fourth place was Landon Shamuri, a senior from Mifflinburg. So he's the last qualifier for districts out of the south section.
All right.
We'll move on.
Moving on to 121 in the central section. In first place and locking up the 3 seed in the district tournament, we have Liam Seeley out of Montgomery, the sophomore, going 19-6 on the season, and he beat the Muncie kid, Roman. I don't know how to pronounce this last name. I'm gonna let my dad take a crack at it. Majorana. I think it might be Majorana. Senior, going 19-4 and 19-7, locking up the 4 seed in the district tournament. Joining them is Samuel Cumberland from Benton, a sophomore, going 22-6. Then Tobias Conaway from Sugar Valley Rural Charter, sophomore, going 18-7.
Moving on to the north section. We have winning that section was Bryce Piganock. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Sorry, Bryce. Second seed in the districts out of North Penn Liberty, the junior, 26-3 record coming in. Then we had second place Braden Fessenden from Towanda, a sophomore.
Really tough names.
Thanks. Third place Walker Hyde from Williamson, and fourth place Carson Castle from Canton, also a sophomore.
All right. In the southern section, we have the 1 seed of 121 heading into districts. Brock Rothermel from Line Mountain, the junior, going 34-4 on the year. And taking second is Griffin Walls from Mifflinburg, a freshman, going 29-10. And taking the third spot is Bryson Walter out of Milton, a freshman, going 9-4 on the year. And then we have Braden
Yeah.
Sorry. Braden Mirarick, Mount Carmel, a junior, going 19 and 16.
Okay.
We'll say Liam Gray, a sophomore from Southern Columbia, 25 and 13, got snubbed. Is a pretty big snub.
Ooh.
I wonder how that happened.
Okay. Moving on at the Central Region, 127 pounds. The 2 seed, Carden Wagner from Montgomery, a senior, 33 and 10. Then getting the 4 seed, finishing in second place here was Gage Swank from Muncie, a senior, 27 and 4, but he'll be the 4 seed districts. Third place was Brody Bauer from Montoursville, the junior. And fourth place was Hunter Bainey from Sugar Valley Rural Charter, also a junior. So he'll take the 4th spot and head on the districts.
And North section of 127, the 3rd seed in districts is Hunter Simons, who won that section from Williamson, the senior, going 29 and 8. The second placer, Keegan Kerr from Troy, a junior, going 17 and 10, qualifies. And Hunter Comstock from Northeast Bradford, the senior, going 21 and 8. And then the 4th place finisher, Jaden Stranger from Towanda, the junior, going 14 and 14, qualifies for districts.
At 127, the 1 seed at districts and taking first place in the Southern Sectional, Chase Warnsberger from Warrior Run, the sophomore, has a 28 and 10 record. Getting second place was Jack Gramley from Mifflinburg. The senior has a 30 and 11 record on the season. Then third place, Ace Shipe out of Lime Mountain, the freshman, 11 and 13. And here we go with a Mount Carmel wrestler, 4th place, Thomas.
Oh boy.
Berezovsky.
Yeah.
The senior, 15 and 14 on the year.
All right, we're moving on to 133. Your top seed heading into districts, coming out of the Central section at 133 pounds, Aristoteles Bobatas from Montoursville, senior, going 37 and 6. Joining him and is Case Snyder from Muncie, who is a senior and went 18 and 10. Jonah Caputo from South Williamsport, a junior, going 16 and 14. And Ethan Wodrick from Hughesville, a sophomore, going 27 and 16.
At 133 pounds out of the North section, the winning first place will be the 3rd seed districts is Andrew Capek out of Sullivan County. He is a junior. Taking second place is Cole Patrick out of Wyalusing. He's a senior with a 33 and 2 record. Third place, Brighton Yale out of Towanda, a senior, 19 and 9. Fourth place, Gavin Sharp out of Canton, a freshman, 14 and 13.
All right. Southern section. The number 2 seed heading into districts is Bradley Wagner from Mifflinburg, a junior, going 37 and 2. And then the 4 seed in the districts is Landon Michaels out of Lewisburg, the senior, going 33 and 8. Joining them are going to be Cody Mirachi, Meraki, Cody Meraki. Yeah, that sounds about right. From Line Mountain, the sophomore, going 25 and 10. And then 4th place, Aiden Twig from Milton, the senior, going 11 and 9.
Okay, continuing on here in the North section at 139, we have taking first place Chase Boozer out of Muncie. He's a freshman, 33 and 3 record. He'll be getting the 2nd seed at districts. Also, then taking second place was Anthony Barra. He's a junior with a 10 and 2 record. out of Bloomsburg. He'll be taking the 4th seed at districts. Getting third was Caden Kleinman out of Montoursville, the sophomore. And taking fourth was the senior AJ Croft out of Montgomery.
All right. Northern section at 139, we have going into the district tournament as the 3 seed, we have Hagen Jones. Maybe it's Hagen Jones. Hagen Jones from Towanda, sophomore, 23-7 on the season. Then in second place was Wyatt Badgley from Sullivan County, the junior, going 24-10. In third place is Cohen Van Delinder. Cohen Van Delinder. Van Delinder is a very interesting name.
Yep.
Out of Williamson, sophomore, going 19-10 on the season. And then Griffin Sheldon from Wyalusing is a freshman, and he went 13-17 on the season.
At 139 in the south section, you had first place Ben Straub out of Mifflinburg. He has a 36-1 record on the season. The senior will be the 1 seed at districts. Taking second was Nolan Altoff out of Lewisburg, also a senior at 24-15. Taking third was Ty Locke out of Milton, another senior, 28-8. And the 4th place finisher was Gavin Trometer out of Southern Columbia, the freshman, with a 16-19 record.
All right, we're moving on to 145 in the central section. And your number 1 overall seed in districts, we have Brant Hare out of Montgomery, the undefeated senior at 45-0. Joining him is Ivan Baker from Loyalsock, the junior, going 25-7 on the season. Alex Billmeyer from Bloomsburg gets third place and is a senior, going 18-14 out of Bloomsburg. And then Garrett Lorson from South Williamsport gets that last spot, a freshman, going 19-6.
At 145 in first place, you had Gage Evans out of Towanda. He'll be the 3 seeded districts. In second place was Tommy Preston out of Canton. He'll be the 4 seed. Third place out of Wyalusing was Ruben Kinney. And 4th place out of Northeast Bradford is Alex Gomez.
All right, in the southern section, Charlie Page out of Midwest is your champion, and he is the 2 seed heading into the district tournament. And then Lane at
Kennemon.
No, I need to say the record. 29-8 for the lad out of Midwest, Charlie Page, and then Lane Kennemon out of Mifflinburg, senior, going 32-9. Little interested that he didn't get the 4th seed or the 3rd seed, but what do I know? Senior, 32-9. Gavin Richard from Southern Columbia, a freshman, going 33-1. And then another freshman,
33-11.
33-11. My bad. Yeah, he would have gotten the 1 seed if that was the case. And then the last spot goes to Brody Locke, a freshman out of Milton, 21-14.
Okay, moving on. Central Region at 152. Winning the Central region was Trace Furman out of Montgomery, the junior, at 35-7, will be the 2nd seeded districts. Taking second place was Caden Kiefer out of Loyalsock. The senior goes 19-4. He'll be the 4th seeded districts. Third place, Landon Puderbaugh out of Hughesville. He's a sophomore, 26-17. And 4th place was Josiah Hostler out of Central Columbia. The senior was 19-13.
All right. In the northern section, your 3rd seed heading into districts is going to be Jonathan Earl out of Wyalusing, the senior, going 32-7. And qualifying along with him is Hunter Watson from Troy, the freshman, going 20-11. And then a bit of a regular season upset. The 3rd spot goes to Joey Montoya from Towanda, a freshman. Regular season, from what you pulled, says 0-4.
That's exactly what I pulled.
So I'm gonna believe that. So big upset that no one had. Big Cinderella story for Joey Montoya.
No,
Yeah.
no proof if he's related to Aldo Montoya from
Yeah.
WWE
Or
days in the
Inigo
early
Montoya.
2000s. Okay.
Or Inigo Montoya, who someone killed his father, and he's gonna kill that person.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, well, do you know the Princess Bride?
Oh, forgot.
My name is
Gotcha.
Inigo Montoya. He killed my father. Prepare to die.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And then the last spot goes to Connor Eastabrook from North East Bradford, the senior, going 16-12.
All right. In the South section at 152, Dalton Schladel from Line Mountain, the senior, at 21-7. He takes first place and will be the number one overall seed at districts. Taking second place is Braden Andrews out of Southern Columbia, the senior, with a 35-4 record. Taking third was Landon Wagner out of Lewisburg with a 33-2 record, and also a senior. And taking fourth was another senior, Graydon Shuck out of Mifflinburg, 23-17. A lot of seniors in that bracket there, 152. Tough bracket.
Moving on to 160 in the Central region, your number 3 overall seed in the district playoffs. We have Kyle Hartman out of Hughesville. That is the Kyle that is spelled Kile. And out of Hughesville, going 35-10 as a junior. And then we have Montgomery, Josh Noble, and a sophomore, going 33-10. Blake Fry from Montoursville qualifies, a freshman, going 20-7. And then we have Cade Lusk from South Williamsport, the sophomore, going 25-8.
Okay, the North section. Taking first place was Carson Rockwell from Canton, the senior. He will be the second seed. Taking second place was Reese Snyder out of Tawanda, the sophomore, will be the 4 seed. Taking third place was Kale Howland out of Northeast Bradford. The junior, um, he's a junior. Howland's a junior. Sorry about that. Uh, Fourth place was Tucker Evans out of Sullivan County, the sophomore, taking fourth place and getting a spot at districts at 160.
All right. And then in the southern region, we have Reagan Milheim, the number 1 seed out of Warrior Run, undefeated senior, 40-0. And then in second place in that section, we have Evan Manival from Midwest, junior, going 29-10. Chase Lytle also qualifies from Milton, going 26-9 as a senior. And then we have Wesley Smith from Mifflinburg qualifying with the 21-13 record as a senior. A lot of seniors in that one as well. And then Ethan Long from Lewisburg did end up getting snubbed in 5th place.
Ooh.
25-15 on the record. That is a heartbreaking loss, because it looks like that weight in that section was pretty stacked.
At 172 in the central section, taking first place was Gage Wenzel out of Montoursville, the senior, with a 37-2 record. He will be the second seed at districts. Also taking second place then was Jaden Ham, a junior from South Williamsport, with a 26-5 record. He'll be the 4th seed at districts. Taking third was Raiden Felix out of Montgomery, the senior, 22-15. And taking fourth place is another senior out of Central Columbia, Logan Miller, came into the tournament with a 12-15 record.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to 172. We got Jordan Brown from Sayre locking up that 3 seed in the district playoffs, going 17-7 on the season. And then we have Blaine Wisniewski Wisniewski from Canton Junior, going 20-11. Connor Earle
Might just be Earl.
might just be Earl out of Wyalusing, the sophomore, going 17-19. And then we have Colton McPeak from Tawanda, the junior, going 15-13.
Okay, moving on over to the south section, we have in first place, and he'll be the number 1 seed at districts, Max Warnsberger from Warrior Run, the senior.
The two Warrior Run hammers. Right there.
Yep, the senior is 34-2 on the year. Taking second place was Nolan Savage out of Lime Mountain, sophomore, 31-5. Third place, Jackson Wirtz out of Milton, the juniors, 22-11. And fourth place was Caius Morrow out of Southern Columbia. That senior is 20-17.
All right. 189, the number 1 seed heading into districts, Hayden Harvey out of Montoursville. He is a junior, 36-2 on the season. Joining him is going to be Hunter Collette from the Central region from Bloomsburg, senior, going 26-10. And in joining him is going to be Cole Gerber from South Williamsport, the sophomore, going 20-11. And then Gage Furman from Montgomery, the freshman, going 18-19 on the season.
North section at 189. He'll be the 3-seeded districts, winning the North section. Ethan Vanderpool from Wyalusing, the senior, is 16-12. Taking second place was Asher Colasar from Northeast Bradford, the freshman's 20-6. Third place was Leland Pepper, a senior from Canton, 18-13 record. And fourth place was Steve Olson out of Williamson. The sophomore has a 30-7 record.
All right. And then in the Southern region, the number 2 seed heading into the district playoffs is Cade Feger
Probably.
from Line Mountain, the freshman, going 26-12 on the year. And then the 4 seed is Michael Runkle from Milton, the sophomore, going 25-8. And then joining them is going to be Chance Squatsky from Mount Carmel, sophomore, 21-13. And then Greg Fulmer from Southern Columbia, the senior, going 26-9. I think I realized how they do the seedings.
Yeah.
It's the qualifiers ranked, I think, ranked off of, yeah, it's like the first places in each section.
Yeah.
Based off of their record. So, and then whoever has the best record out of everyone else.
It's not that.
But no, it's not that. It's the best record out of the second place.
It's not that either.
How would that make any sense?
We'll figure it out, because at 215 it makes no sense.
Wait. I haven't checked 215.
We're on it right now. We'll talk about it.
I haven't checked 215 yet. No, okay.
Okay, so 215 in the central section.
Oh, right. No, we talked about this
Yes,
earlier before
we
the
talked
podcast.
about it.
Never mind.
215 in the central section. Taking first place and getting the second seed is Colton Wolliver out of Hughesville. The sophomore has a 31-15 record on the year. Taking second place was Noah Musselman out of Central Columbia. The senior is 12-14. Third place, Evan Huger out of Montgomery. The sophomore is 26-16. And fourth place was Malcolm Tagba from Bloomsburg. The freshman, with an 11-12 record, comes in and moves on the district.
Clutch.
11-20 record, I should say.
11-20. Yeah, okay. Moving on to 215. 215 in the North region. The 3 seed Hayden Stevens out of Wellsboro, the senior, going 24-3. And then the number 4 seed Daniel Fox from Wyalusing, the junior, 24-11 on the year for him. Joining them are going to be Finn Brenner from Towanda, the sophomore, 8-15 on the year, so a Cinderella story for him. And then at the fourth spot, going to Riley Rawl from Williamson, junior, going 18-13.
Okay, moving on to the south section. First place and your number 1 overall seed will be Jacob Schwalm out of Lime Mountain. The senior is 29-11. Taking second place was Landon Tucker from Mifflinburg. The sophomore was 34-0 coming into the tournament. Third place, John Quinton out of Southern Columbia. The senior, 21-11. And fourth place, Keegan McCaffrey from Milton. The sophomore was 8-11. So this is where the question comes in.
This is where the question comes in, and I think I have an answer for it.
Okay.
So I think you have to actively participate in the championship round.
To get a
because Landon Tucker forfeited the championship match.
Right.
He already qualified.
Right.
And he didn't want to get injured.
Right.
So I think, and if you look at that, then this still makes sense, because then it's between Daniel Fox and Noah
Okay.
Musselman, and Daniel Fox has the better record.
Yep.
So
That would make sense.
I think
Yep.
it's champions participating
Yep.
second placers, and then it moves on from that.
Okay.
Yeah, but another thing, uh, a Cinderella story for Keegan McCaffrey from Milton, but that means Keegan Brown from Mount Carmel, a junior, at 27-8, got bumped.
Yep.
So that's rough for Mr. Brown over there from Mount Carmel. But we're moving on to the big guys. We're moving on to the big men, and then taking on the 3 spot in the district tournament, we have Clayton White Knight from Central Columbia, the senior, going 27-8, and then joining him are going to be Gabriel Vanderwall from Montoursville, the senior, going 17-20, and Keegan Clark out of Montgomery, the freshman, going 13-16. And then we have Oz Bird from South Williamsport, Cinderella story for that one, 0-7 in the regular season.
Yeah.
I think there were only 5 participants in this.
There was only 5 participants.
So he beats out Tristan Van Fleet from Loyal Soccer freshman, who went 16-11.
Yeah.
That is quite the snub for him, but he is just a freshman, so he's got room to grow.
That is correct. 285, first place, and he'll be the number 1 seed from the northern section, was Luke Sotolano from Williamson. The senior is 34-2. Taking second place was Carter Reese of Sullivan County, a freshman, who is at 23-11. Third place, Reed Palmer out of Troy. The junior is 22-9. And fourth place, Dominic Miller out of Towanda, the sophomore, 8-17. Again, maybe a little bit of an upset. Brandon Wells out of Wild Listing was 14-16 coming in and did not win a match in sectionals, so he did not qualify.
All right. At 285, the number 2 seed heading into the district tournament, we have Landon Moser out of Mifflinburg, the junior, going 34-9 in the regular season. Joining him is the 4 seed in the district tournament is Braylon Smith from Southern Columbia, the sophomore, going 30-10. Noah Johnson from Warrior Run qualifies with them, the senior, going 32-10. And then joining them in the last spot is Dominic Lentini from Mount Carmel, the freshman, going 13-11. And
And
so that is sectionals.
That is sectionals.
And I do think there's no sectionals for 3A. I think they just go right to districts.
They go right to districts.
So because it's just Athens, Chickalemi, Selinsgrove, Williamsport, Columbia, Montour, Votech.
Yeah, they go right to districts.
It's just those guys.
Yep. Yeah.
So we'll see how things shake out.
Right.
We'll be reporting that 7 wrestlers from each weight qualify for regional.
AA.
So there is a little bit more of wiggle room for AA for sure.
Right. So you have 12 going in.
You're 12 going in, 7 coming out.
Right. So, good percentages of those coming out, moving on.
All right. Do we have a talking time machine?
So
this one is on the spot.
Talking time machine is...
You got to figure it out.
Okay, talking time machine. The Winter Olympics are going on right now, so we're going to give an Olympic-related question.
Okay.
A little history. So at one point in time, during my lifetime,
right?
Remember, talking time machine. We're going back to 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I know.
So the Winter and the Summer Olympics were in the same year. Right now, they alternate every 2 years. Right? Like the Summer Olympics were last in 2024.
Right.
The Winter Olympics are happening right now in 2026. So what was the last year?
Well,
that had both the Winter and the Summer Olympics in the same year.
Okay. So it wasn't at the same location. It wasn't at the same.
It was not at the same location.
Okay. Because in my head, I don't need to guess the location. I can just throw out years.
Yep, just throw out years.
I am trying to remember. I think they would prioritize the now is this a case of like where the Summer Olympics they did in like they did back to back, like they did Summer Olympics and then Summer Olympics again in 2 years later?
No, they did the
Is
Winter Olympics back. So they
2 years
did the
later.
Winter Olympics
Okay.
2 years later to get the cycle going
Okay.
because there was more Summer Olympics traditionally than Winter Olympics.
Right.
Winters started after the
Right,
summer.
but I was thinking they would be like they want the Summer Olympics back on their screen sooner. So okay.
No, they kept the traditional 4 year cycle,
So okay, so
which is also
so
the
that means they were lined up in 2020. They if it stayed the same, they would have been lined up
Yep.
in 2024, lined up in 2020, lined up in 2016,
Yep.
lined up in 2012, 2008, 04, 2000. So I can really start guessing 96, 92, 88, 84. I think I'm going to say 88.
88 is incorrect.
It's incorrect. Okay, 92.
92 is correct
Okay.
answer. 92 is the last year they had both Olympics in
And
the
then-
same year, and then in 94 there was the Winter Olympics again.
Okay, got it.
2 years later.
I like how I solved it with math.
Yeah, there you go.
I like how I solved it with math. I got
There
that
you go.
clarifying
And-
question, and then I was like, I can just subtract years.
And one great thing happened in the 1992 Winter Olympics. So
I haven't gone down the Olympics rabbit hole, so you're gonna have to explain.
So I'll just tell you I'll just tell you the story. So what happened was in 1980, right? The U.S. beat the Soviets in ice hockey.
Right.
So in 92, as the games were going on, the U.S. was again playing what is now the Russian Federation,
Right, because
the
at that
Soviet
point,
Union
the
had
Soviet
started
Union
broke.
disbanded like a year ago.
So they were playing the Russian Federation, but it was still a big enough game that in my high school at Milton High School, there was a driver's ed room that had like tiered like the desks were on steps so everyone can see the board because it was driver's ed. There's a big video screen in there that they projected the video on the video screen of the game because it was happening live during lunch cycles.
Oh, that's fun.
So we could go down during lunch and watch it. And then I was a senior that year. Yeah, we had physics, and me and Matt skipped part of physics class to keep watching hockey because our physics teacher also ate first lunch, but he always showed up late to class. So we figured he was watching the hockey too.
Right.
So we just stayed down for like 2 lunch cycles and watched the hockey. But anyhow, it was kind of cool that they set it up on the screen because it was that big of a thing and just said, okay, if you have lunch now, you can come down and bring your lunch down and watch it down here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was how big it was. Pretty awesome. Anyhow, that's the Talking Time Machine for today.
All right, for the wrestling episode. All right. Where's the districts being held? They're being held at Williamsport. Yeah.
Yep.
All
Friday night and Saturday.
Friday night and Saturday. Hey, go watch some wrestling.
Yep.